How is everyone feeling? Are we ready? Good morning. So let's talk about engagement. Hopefully not that. But I want to start from continuing where Tony left off with is, let's think about this world where everything is about engagement. Everything is without boundaries, no limitations, no geographies. Nothing is important. You can connect with anyone, anytime. You can live each other's dreams. You can share your ideas. You can debate. You can argue. You can do everything. Everything. No boundaries. Doesn't matter where you are in the globe. Let's talk a little bit about that and how this is really happening. We've seen, using real-time communication, we've seen a tremendous amount of innovation out there. We've seen use cases that you know, use cases that we get surprised every day by developers. The amount of creativity all of you have, it's just amazing. So look at gaming and sports and shopping and enterprise collaboration and healthcare. And many of those use cases, you would not even think a few years back that healthcare will actually be delivered over online services. Take Talkspace, for example, doing that for several years now. We're very successful doing it. So a lot of innovation, a lot of creativity out there. Look at sports and how sports transformed. Take, for example, before we actually sit down and watch sports, how about we do our own personal training, fitness. Take LifeKick, who's delivering you your own personal trainer anywhere you are in the globe. If you're in a hotel, or if you're traveling all the time, I know a lot of you traveled a lot to get here today, you don't have to give up on your personal training. Your fitness trainer will follow you to the hotel using HD video and give you the same personal experience. Sports, it's no longer so much about the actual game. It's about the discussion before the game. It's about guessing what the game will be. It's about betting on the results. It's about sharing the experiences during the game, chatting and talking to each other over video, sending messages, receiving messages. All this has transformed the way we consume sports today. It's no longer about the event, it's about the participants and how they experience that content. And another place where you could easily see this is gaming. Just yesterday, we were all notified that House Party was acquired by Epic Games. Why do you think that happened? Because the world of gaming is really going social. The world of gaming is no longer just about a few people getting together and play games. It's about those people talking together ahead of the game. It's about strategizing game strategy, talking during the game. It's about sharing the experiences of the game right after the game, whether it's a video chat or just chats, but it all happens inside the game. It lives in the game. It's no longer outside the game. And a few examples of all the blockbusters that basically adopted those, and you could see there, except for Vainglory, you see Communix, who has actually transformed the well-known poker experience from the Vegas tables right into a virtual experience. So you'll have to, excuse me, real-time communication has not developed yet, so we can serve real whiskey over the poker table, but it's very close. You can almost feel it when you play poker online on Communix, and you can talk to each other and you can see each other's poker face. What's HD is great for that, right? Now, I would like to introduce a great partner for Agora, Clive Donny, the CMO of Unity. Please, Clive. Thank you for joining me.
Hi.
Good meeting you again.
everyone.
So developers have been looking for, as mentioned, easy ways to integrate all those capabilities in the game, and they could just now go into the Unity Asset Store and just download it. And thousands of developers have done that. And we continue to see more and more creativity. And Clive, thank you really for joining me today. And I want to start with a little question for you. So from your point of view, why do you think so many gamers want to add video and interaction into their games?
Well, look, let me just say thanks for having me. The Agora Video SDK for Unity lets developers making games, and actually making anything with Unity, embed high-quality video chat directly inside their games and any of their experiences. And that's a really powerful thing, because it allows gamers to interact with each other, anyone using any Unity project to interact with each other in real time. And from a gaming perspective, that increases user engagement, which is the magic part of gaming. You need gamers to be engaged, and retention, and that's crucial to game developers. The other important thing about the Agora Video SDK is it's got really minimal impact on CPU and power consumption. So it doesn't come at a cost when you're putting it into your project, which is really important when you're considering what services to bring into a Unity project. So that's an important thing.
Yeah, talking about breaking boundaries, you know, you want to make sure that when you integrate everything into the game, doesn't create any overhead. So that's a great point. So what do you see as the difference between having embedded in-game communication versus using all kind of tools, third-party tools?
Well, there's one magic difference. There's many, but one magic difference to talk about is if you have embedded video communication functionality in a product, as you're building it, you can think about new ways to integrate it. So new ways for it to be magical to the consumer's experience, rather than having to think about a bolt-on that happens later. So that's a powerful thing when you're thinking about how to design a product that can be sticky, that can retain consumers as much as possible.
Thank you very much.
Oh, Reggie,
Clive, thank you very much for joining me today. Thank you for
good luck with everything.
Unity to be
great.
such a great partner. So we heard a couple of things. One, it's important to implement all those capabilities seamlessly and without overhead on the actual game. The second thing we heard is that it is very important to give eventually the gamers, those people that are actually using the game, the ability to do everything inside the game. And so enough games, let's go to work. So when we're talking about embedded communication capabilities, it's not only in games, but also in the workspace. So many of you are probably working remote from the office, or you're working with a lot of colleagues that are all over the world, right? So what could be more powerful than just within your own context or workflow or the apps that we're all using every day, just just initiate communication with your colleagues as you want. And the workflows have changed, and you know that trend started from very simple conference call apps like WebEx or Zoom, and that's fine. You can create a simple video call, but you are now within your work app. You want to have those capabilities embedded in the apps. You want to be able to use it in HR, in CRM, in recruiting, in marketing, in branding, in anything we do at work, right? So here's a fantastic example of how you can do this. Agora integrated right into the box, and into Box, a collaboration space. From the Box collaboration space, you can today just initiate a video call, share a document, do both of them in the same time, chat with 3 other people, and all of that within that same collaboration space, and you don't even have to leave, you know, your own box. Or some people say you don't have to think out of the box, you know, if you know what I mean. So here is a great example of communication and how communication transforms our work. We were in games, we were in sports, and now we are transforming the workplace. Let's talk about another important trend, which is the convergence of streaming and communication. So all of us we've been consuming streaming for a very long time. What we've been traditionally accustomed to is a one-side stream, sitting there and just watching something without really an ability to interact with that content, or even react sometimes to this content. By introducing communication into the stream, I'm now turning this one-sided stream into an interactive live streaming experience, something that makes me feel happy. I can actually contribute to the content. I can actually comment on the content. If I'm watching a concert, I can send virtual gifts, or I can send smileys, or I can say emojis, or I can do whatever I want. I can literally interact with the host. I can have multiple hosts interacting with audience, et cetera, et cetera. So what we have here is basically convergence of communication right into the live stream, turning streaming into an immersive, interesting, exciting experience. And that's what we all want. Who wants to watch a 2-hour show video without the ability to do anything? People actually lose patience after 60 seconds. So interaction is key to all of those use cases. And that puts infrastructure under pressure, because you would need to deliver millisecond latencies. You would need to deliver a lot of things that make all that possible. And we've seen a trend in the market where killer apps, like, for example, House Party or Instagram Stories, drove infrastructure to new places. And infrastructure then created the place where developers could create new killer apps, et cetera, et cetera. And that continued to go on and on and on, empowering the transformation of real-time communication. And that's exactly what we do at Agora. On our platform today, we see over 20 billion minutes a month of live interaction, of excitement, of amazing use cases, of people very creatively creating new ways to interact with each other. We've seen huge growth. We're continuing to see this every day on our network, leveraging millisecond latency infrastructures and allowing people to continue to break boundaries and knock down walls and create new frontier, like a new frontier of communication. As such, we want to continue to stay in the forefront of helping those people to do what they want to do, working together with developers who make dreams come true. And as such, we look at our mission at Agora as continue to be the best live engagement platform as a service. We are going to continue to work really hard on this and continue to earn everyone's trust. And I am very proud and happy to host this event, and our entire team here is at your disposal if you have any questions or need anything. And now, I want to introduce Virginia Liu, a VP of Developer and Ecosystem at Agora, to share with us the live engagement platform news for developers. Virginia, please.